Time for the start of Hot Pursuit 2, and many people would normally begin with Ultimate Racer because, well, Hot Pursuit mode is on top. However, I want to do things my own way. And how am I going to do that, you may ask? Well, I'm going to start this game with World Racing before we move into Hot Pursuit mode. So, this is Championship mode. There are 30 events initially for both this and Ultimate Racer modes, and we also have the help description as well. Just figured I'd show that. So we have 30 events to get through initially through each of these, and then afterwards we should have some bonus events to come up at some point. But anyways, let's get started with our first race, which will be National Forest Challenge. Next track, National Forest. Your first step towards becoming the world champion is a single race through National Forest. Unlock events 2 and 3 by placing second or better, but you'll need to win this event to unlock National Forest in all challenge modes. Good luck. Thank you. And we get a choice of 5 cars to start with here. Of course, the choice on the menu for the event itself would be the Opel Speedster, but we've also got the Vauxhall VX220, Mercedes-Benz CL55 AMG, a Lotus Elise, and my personal favourite, the Ford TS50, which, in essence, by design, if you live in Australia, is basically a Ford Falcon. So, this could take some time for me to decide what car it is I want to start with. Interesting. Yeah, fuck it. I'll start with the Opel Speedster. There seems to be enough colour choices here to convince me. Yeah, why not? This'll work. Transmission manual. Yeah, I'll just go with classic. And basically, once the race itself loads up, this is our objective, by the way. Of course, I've already read through this, so if you want to read through it, then do so at your own time, but obviously I've read through it once, and that's all I need to read through. So let's move on to the race itself. And in terms of our competition, we've got another Opel Speedster with a Vauxhall VX220, a Mercedes CL55 AMG, and a Lotus Elise on pole. So, without further ado, let's go! And it's go for our first race in Championship mode. Just needed a second there to think. And already up to 4th position. As I'm drafting the other Opel Speedster, I now officially move up to 2nd position. And someone is honking their horn. Probably just being an asshole. Anyway. And just like that, I am straight up into the lead. And all it took was 3 corners and 1 straightaway. These first few races will be pretty easy to work our way through, I'd imagine. But if I know from my previous experience, these races will basically get harder and harder as we go along. Oh, I got top speed. Also, those points you see on the right hand side, well, they're basically Need for Speed points, and we will be earning a lot of those because that is how we unlock cars in this game. I should also mention we're literally going through a forest fire in that one part of the circuit. Just figured I'd mention that. But yeah, we're literally driving through a forest fire in that one bit of road. But I do think the smoke itself is a nice effect, personally. Well, anyway. So, approaching the end of lap 1. Also very glad to say there's no traffic on the road at the moment. But it's only going to be a matter of time before there is. I should also mention the extreme handling in this game. Well, basically what that does is it makes the car a lot looser and... oh, I got a clean lap. And basically what happens is, well, the car itself basically wants to drift a lot. In other words, you're basically power sliding through the corners instead of doing what it is I'm currently doing. Probably is something I'll have to show off at some point, as I'm now up to 12,000 Need for Speed points. We will of course be earning a lot of those, as I said before, because, well, the NFS points give us more cars, and aside from us winning every event in this game, I suppose you could say that's the other thing which counts towards progress. Of course, we will also have some cop cars to unlock as well, because, well, this would not be entitled Hot Pursuit if we weren't going to win some police cars. It's more or less the same structure from all the other, well, at least from the fourth Need for Speed game, High Stakes, which in the, also known as Need for Speed Road Challenge if you played the PAL version of the game like I did. It's known as Need for Speed Road Challenge in Europe, but it's primordially known as Need for Speed High Stakes. But you will know, of course, that we do unlock police cars in that game as well, and technically speaking, of course, they did have Hot Pursuit mode for a reason. And it was also really cool to know that you could actually play as the cop, as well as the street racer. Anyways, final lap, got a 3-second interval over the Merc CL55 driven by Dom. Ashley is in third, and I think it's Mika who seems to be running in fourth. The VX220 is currently ahead of the Speedster, and I had a top speed of 136 in fourth gear. Probably because I knew that was going to give me some extra speed. But anyway. Oh yeah, I should also mention there's a ramp there. And if you are wanting to get some more NFS points, it probably would be advisable for you to take that jump. Or that jump over there, if you're really wanting to be ballsy. So, doing pretty good so far. I can definitely say this is going better than my previous attempt because, well, I did basically have a crash the first time I did this race, and the car I used on that first attempt was the Lotus Elise, and I think I just hit 139. I think that's probably going to be about as high of a speed as I'll get. At least in fourth gear, that is. But I have gone over 140. I think I did that at some point during this race. But anyway. Closing in on the end of the race. There is also a shortcut there, which I've not really been bothered to take because, well, I've had no reason to. And just one corner left. And over the line we go. And
The winner!
yeah, what Hugh said. I win!
You've completed this event!
Thank you. You just unlocked events 2 and 3 in championship mode. Nice.
You've unlocked National Forest.
You finished in first place. You just unlocked the National Forest track in all challenge modes. Yeah, basically what that means is we can now use the National Forest track, as this game calls it, in challenge mode. And this of course will be the first of many more tracks for us to unlock. Don't know how many there is overall, but I'd assume there's at least more than 10. Someone might have to tell me in the comments over how many tracks there are in this game, because you know. So, those are your race results. I beat Dom to the checkered flag by 3.8 seconds. Also hit an average speed of 123 miles an hour. And my top speed in that event was 141. So, I beat Dom to the flag by 3.8 seconds. Ashley was third, 9 seconds behind. Then it was Mika who finished fourth in the second Opel Speedster, 14 seconds behind me. And it was Wayne, 20 plus seconds behind me. And as a result of us winning the race, we get 24,600 Need for Speed points. Oh, he was 37 seconds behind.
You've set a new record for this track.
We're going to be hearing that a lot, by the way, in this game.
You beat the course record.
We'll also be hearing that a lot as well. Right. Well, just one more thing to do whilst I'm here, and that is to get a replay. Now, I don't think it's possible for me to increase the replay size, but I do know it's at least possible for me to... Oh yeah, I should also mention we can skip the replay length by using the D-pad, whether we basically want to speed up or slow down the replay. That pretty much shows us everything. And, well, if you want to pause the video for a second, look through those, I'll show you one more time, just because, well, I'm occasionally nice that way. And of course, if you want to read through the options at your own speed and, well, how to work the replays, then, well, that's basically what you do. I should also mention we do get some up-close shots as well. Oh, okay. Apparently... Okay, so we can remove the replay displays, but we can't remove the... But we cannot remove the displays both underneath and above the car, unfortunately. Yeah, might as well keep this going for a little bit longer. Oh, did not think there were puddles there. Well, I guess you learn something new every day. Every day is a school day, I guess. Especially if you're working in the office. Okay, anyways, we're done. So, yes. And also saving the game whilst I'm here, because why not? And there we go. So, our first race of this game is now done. Status passed. We finished first. And as a reward, we get the National Forest Circuit. And next time, we've got 2 new events now. We've got the Mercedes CL55 AMG time trial, and also the Ford TS50 lap knockout. You probably know precisely what cars I'll be using in both of those. But anyways, there we go. Our first race is done, and next time we will be moving on to the Mercedes time trial. Coming in the next episode.